The narrowboat. It's made of many parts, big and small, all essential to the running of our life on the water. But this story is about a very small part, which as it turned out, is unique and indispensable. The water cap. The water cap screws in at the top of the water filler. It's the spout at the top of our water tank where all the water for the boat is stored. About once a week, we go to a water point, attach a hose to the tap, and fill up our tank. Sometimes we do this in a marina while we get a pump out or fill up our diesel, and it was on one of these very normal days that the incident took place. We were at Dunchurch Pools Marina. We filled the tank as normal, and once it was full, I hopped onto the front of the boat to pull out the hose. While holding the hose with one hand, I tried to screw on the water cap with the other, and it was then that disaster struck. I dropped it. It fell straight out of my hand to its watery doom in the deep water. We tried our magnet, but it wasn't magnetic. And it was February, so no one was jumping in to get it. But at the time, this seemed like an annoyance rather than a massive problem. I looked up the cap and I could see that it was a standard size and a replacement was about 20 quid. Our winter mooring was mere metres away from Midland Chandlers, so I could pick up a replacement and no harm done. So we returned to our mooring. I went to Midland Chandlers and got 2 different types they had in stock, but no, neither fit. They looked like they were the correct size, but the threads just didn't match up and they wouldn't screw in. The internet wasn't providing many other suggestions for where to get this elusive cap or what was quite so special about it that all other replacements didn't work. So I got in touch with the original boat maker, who also thought many other caps should fit. Eventually they suggested that the design must have slightly changed and our only choice was to replace the whole water filler neck. This was a way bigger job, so we decided to try to recover the cap first. Which brings us to the mission. What could be simpler? Andrew's first solution was an underwater drone, which runs to about £5,000. So we went with his second concept, a small and cheap underwater camera. When it arrived, we set about testing it, and the first test was simple. We tied it to a bit of string and threw it in the water. Would it actually be possible to see anything through the murky waters of the canal? The first problem was that it floated. But holding it underwater also didn't fill us with loads of confidence because we couldn't see anything. But it was kind of late in the day, so maybe daylight would help. Wi-Fi also doesn't work underwater, so we wouldn't be able to see the footage in real time. It wasn't looking great, to be honest, but by this point, 2 weeks had passed. We had a hole in the boat that was taped over with plastic bags, and we were heading back to the marina anyway, so we thought we could at least try it. Let's see if we could at least see the cap, and then we'll deal with it from there. Show us your camera setup. Stunning. This will surely fix everything. I love it.
find it's not our water cap.
But you know, if it is, put it on eBay.
Yeah.
It must be worth a fortune. Okay? Right, try your contact then. I'll sit down there.
Probably ours, right? It's not the colour that it was, but we hope that it is the right one. It doesn't look very silver.
It's fast.
Well, it's not silver.
It's not ours. It isn't ours. It's not our cap. That's not ours.
This is easily the stupidest thing that's ever happened to us.
It's too dirty for 2 weeks underwater. The other thing in the pictures is too shiny, the thing that we've seen underwater. That one is too dark, and that is not the right colour.
I mean, unless Brasso can do something quite magical, but this looks like it's got a real tarnish around the edges that ours didn't have. And I don't think that would have happened in 2 weeks under the canal. Can you believe this, Muffin? Are we rolling? Okay, so this is the cap that we fished out, and it's not ours. So yeah, someone else dropped their water cap in the exact same place that we dropped our water cap, and we fished it out, and ours is still there. Now we have 3 caps that don't fit, and ours is still at Dunchurch Pools.
Okay, so we're replaying the footage that we got
We're examining
from
the
earlier.
evidence.
So it is actually a shock that the camera can even vaguely see underwater, because I did think that this was perhaps not going to work out, but actually you can see pretty clearly the bottom of everything. And as we're watching this back, you can see what I'm doing is basically sort of prodding around, and as we're coming kind of through here now, just exploring around, there is the bloody
the
cap.
money shot.
So if we go back,
It's like David Attenborough.
we know that is it.
Yes.
And if we look at that, and obviously we're watching this in retrospect, we can pretty much see that this one
You know,
is
you'd look at that and you'd say, that's our cap, and then you'd fish it out with a net and be like, oh my god, we've done it, you know?
It's logical.
That's what logic will tell you. But because this isn't logic, it's an absolute farce, this apparently is our cap, and what we have isn't.
Back to Dunchurch Pools it is.
Andrew found a heavy-duty litter picker, which is 140 centimetres long and has a wide grippy claw. So now he had eyes underwater and a way to grab the cap. He also found a workaround for the camera to connect to Wi-Fi. Using a coaxial cable touching the camera on one end and the phone on the other, the Wi-Fi signal can travel through the water, so we'd be able to get a grabber-eye view in real time. And we also got an underwater light for good measure, just in case that might help. The budget for this project was spiralling dangerously out of hand, but we were feeling hopeful. Just about to arrive at Dunchurch Pools, which is our marina, and find the cap. What are we going to do?
We're going to use
We're
the
going to
grabber,
go in. We're going to
the
maybe
camera.
tell someone what we're doing so that they don't think we're freaks, and then we're going to use our special grabbing device with the camera, and we're going to easily and effortlessly fish out our water cap.
This time our water cap and not
Last time
someone
I think
else's.
we were not specific enough. We were saying we need to get the water cap out, and we did. But this time we need to get our water cap out.
No water caps left behind.
No, well...
You're going to love it. So, what we've done is...
look like you're doing fishing, but it's so much deeper than that. Okay, come on. Can you see it?
Yeah, just
How cold is it? We're doing amazing.
we can see it. I've
Yes.
touched it with the grabber.
That's true, we are doing amazing. We've seen it, we've spotted it, which has made it all the more frustrating that we can't quite grab it.
I'm glad you believe in me. Thank you so much for the gloves. Wow, what luxury. Affiliate link down below.
There it is. It's silver. Easy. It's easy when you know how. He's done it. A triumph. Wow. Wow.
Persevere.
Just shows you anything's possible. Anything you put your mind to.
I can't believe that worked. I really can't believe that worked.
There she is. Imagine if I dropped it again. Needs a good scrub. But for now, here it is.
It's a full lunch.
Don't take like 3 weeks. Perfectly acceptable. Yeah, good turnaround. So won't be doing that again. We've come to this charming, beautiful, historical pub, and even though it's Sunday, a day of pub, it's shut.
To the boathouse.
Why the Rose Inn? Why won't you let us in? Look what I saw in there, right? They have a menu for dogs. The dog menu has got a 6-ounce rump steak on it.
Wow.
£6.50 for a 6-ounce rump steak for your dog. My God, we're treating these dogs too well. It's crazy. Cheers.
So how would you rate the Grabber?
I would say, in terms of getting the job done, 10 out of 10. The grabbing, the grabbing head was very grabby. Technical term, it's very grabby. It's a very useful tool to have. How would you rate the Grabber out of 10?
The Grabber, it worked. It was a bit fiddly, but at the end of the day, I don't know how else we would have got this out short of just diving in and fumbling around on the bottom of the canal, and it was pretty deep there, but it worked, and I'm amazed but very relieved that we can now just clean our cap up,
Not have to think about
put
this
it
ever
back,
again.
and in the future, if we do drop something, I'll keep all of this, but probably get a longer pole. So if you ever see us and you've dropped something in, just ask.
Call the professionals.
Oh my God.
Success. Just sitting here thinking about it. There she is.
If it's
The
not our
one,
cat,
the one, the only, the unique water cap. If it's not ours, I mean, it is
I
ours. It
recognise
is ours because the heft of it, I recognise it.
it didn't have the rubber seal. That's what
It didn't have the rubber
That's
seal.
what I sort of really suspected immediately.
It was
when we
deeper,
got it out of the
but it's
canal.
also the weight of it. The new one that I bought at the huge cost of almost £20 is just so flimsy, and this one's really
Yeah.
weighty. So, you know, big up whoever made this. I believe it's Italian because our pump out one says made in Italy, so I assume they all are. But yeah, can't lose it again because we'll have to find it.
We're going to screw it straight back on.
I'm gonna guard it with my life. What are you doing there?
I'm rewatching the clip
Over and
where
over again.
it's just so satisfying. I
I like how
honestly,
you're holding it out. Like, look at
I just keep watching it. It's so good. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable it worked, but it's just like I could watch this all day.
it. And you probably will.
How much? Turn your iPhone light off. We don't need it.
I didn't realise. Oh my God, it's having floodlight. Wow. Okay.